How you doing, guys? This is Mark from Cars and Cameras, and today we're going to take a look at the Sony A6300. A little unboxing for you. So let's get right to it. So, looks like here we have your documentation. A little documentation there for you. And here is your limited instruction manual, because like all new Sony cameras, the instruction manuals are located online, the full instruction manual. So this is kind of like your basic, kind of like get started user guide. So that's what that is there. And then under here, we have your strap, your eye cup, which if you lose it, they're hard to find and they're a little expensive. And we have your power adapter for using the USB into a wall socket. And we have your battery. I believe it's the W series. Yep, W series battery. Same as all the other batteries. And we have your USB cord. And is that it? That's it. Okay, and here's the camera, the Sony A6300. And it feels a little thicker than the A6000. It's a little bit thicker, the body is, and but it has a nice feel to it. You know, when you put it in your hand, it feels pretty good. And there's your button layout there, very similar to the A6000. Your intelligent hot shoe up on top, and yeah, it feels pretty good in the hand. I don't even have the battery in it yet. So there's a shot of the bottom, and here's a shot of this side, and the record button's still in the same place. Why they don't enable this for video recording, I have no idea, but maybe that'll come in a firmware update if enough people, you know, complain about it. So here's the differences here from the A6000 is this door looks like it's a little bit different, and then I don't know, let's see how you open this here. Oh, it just kind of opens like that. Okay, so here we have your microphone input here, and we have your HDMI and your USB for charging. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do now. I'm going to go ahead and charge this up, and so we can go ahead and I can do some quick samples on the same video. Let's take a look at the articulating screen while we're here. And yes, that articulating screen does pull away from the body like the other Sony A-series cameras, and it pulls away and it goes up to there. It does not flip around like some of the other models, but that's about as high up as you're going to get it. But there it is, guys, the Sony A63 unboxing. And I'm going to go ahead and charge the camera up and put a lens on it and start doing some tests. Okay, so while it's charging, I went ahead and installed the Sony 18-105 just to kind of take a look at the bulk of what that looks like on the camera. So this is the 18-105 Sony f4 G series lens, of course obviously with the lens hood on it, so you can kind of get a look and see what this looks like with this lens. And you know, we'll be putting other lenses on it too. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like to put the SD card in. So the SD card goes in the bottom of the camera like the other Sony A-series cameras, and I have this lovely Lexar Professional 64 gigabyte card that we're going to go ahead and put in now. So let me go ahead and put that card in, and that's it. It's in. Close the battery door, lock it, and we're all set. Okay, guys, so I'm turning the camera on for the first time, and I'm just gonna go through a quick way to set up the camera for 24p 4K movie shooting. And so we're going to go through that now. So I've just turned the camera on. Obviously, I'm in the USA, so it's English. I will set up the date and time later, so we'll hit cancel on that. And then we're going to, as soon as the camera gets to standby mode, we're going to go ahead and press the menu button. Now we're in the menu, the beginning of the menu. What we're going to do is we're going to highlight, now we've highlighted the camera, I'm going to go all the way over on the right side to the little briefcase or whatever that might be there. And then usually it's towards the end. The first thing we're going to do is, so I did insert my high performance SD card, and it's usually towards the last. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and format this card in camera. So it is at the menu number 5. We're going to go down here to Format. We're going to highlight it. We're going to Enter. And we're going to go ahead and format the card in camera, which you always want to do. And so it's formatting now. Now it's done. Okay. So now we're back to the menu. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back up here. And we're going to go back to the camera again. And always to get there, you just kind of press. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to move the camera over here a little bit. You're just basically on this jog dial here. That's what you're doing. You're just scrolling back and forth if you're not familiar with the Sony camera. So we're going to go back here to the menu system. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into, looks like number 2. And file format, we're going to change this from XABCS HD. We're going to change this to 4K. So we're going to go up here and now we're going to go highlight 4K. So now we're in 4K and it's selected by default 24p 60M, but we're going to change that. Oh, look at this interesting. It says Super 35mm there. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this now to 24p 100 megabit recording. And so now we are at 24p 100 megabit recording, Super 35mm. Okay, so here's some samples in the office, and just kind of checking out, you know, the sharpness on the standard picture profile and the aliasing and all that. You know, with all the levels, everything is set to the default 0. So I just want to kind of see where we're at with the baseline, and the picture's looking pretty good. It looks really good. I would say it's very close to the Sony A7S Mark II shooting 4K. And similar to the A7R2 in Super 35, but you know, I'm pretty pleased with the image, and you can see with that pan there's a little bit of rolling shutter. You know, it's not too bad. You're not going to see me shaking the camera all over the place because that's just ridiculous when people do that, because that's not real world shooting. So, but this looks pretty good. And here's a quick shot outside. And, you know, there you have it. So there's a quick, you know, unboxing and setup of the Sony A6300. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit that subscribe button because I'm going to have a lot of videos on this camera. I'm going to do all kinds of stress tests, overheating tests, you name it. It's all going to be there. So be sure to check it out.